You want to take this panel? Come up here. Come up here. No, come on.
It's a fight of who's more lazy. You come here. No, you come here.
I'm not getting up. I'm at the table. Yeah, you sit down and you shut up. Guys, go
I
ahead.
also had a friend who would always make a joke of how Jar Jar was the reason why the Death Star was built.
Yeah, we always make that joke too, yeah. Thank you, Jar Jar. Whoops, He's supposed to join the galaxy,
This is gonna join the subcommittee to approve your project.
Thanks, guys.
So, no, you're definitely not alone. I hear more and more people that do like those prequels, so you're not alone on this. Rob, why don't you pick the next one?
Let's see. Oh, somebody was holding up a squid at one point. Now they stopped.
Aha, you!
I just got sick of looking at that thing, so.
Go ahead.
I like Ghostbusters because it's simple and it doesn't have a lot of the high-tech stuff.
And nobody dislikes Ghostbusters.
Who here dislikes Ghostbusters? So
Really? You don't like Ghostbusters? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, oh my god. No, I mean I'm trying to think of any person I've ever met who is not like. I think our uncle didn't like Ghostbusters.
he doesn't like anything.
Yeah, but like I can't. As rarely one, I can't think of anyone that didn't like that. I heard a lot of people don't like the sequel.
Wait, some people like when Kara liked Ghostbusters 2 better than Ghostbusters.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, really, when you get down to it, it's a much better movie. I think people just gotta accept that fact. I love the scene from Eat the Chicken Fingers, and
Daniel the Destroyer is a much better villain than Gozer.
what, some Yugoslavian fashion model? Give me a break. I'll take the East German wrestler with the voice of Max von Sydow coming out of the painting any day. Malcolm's like, Lewis, he'll always be here in spirit. Even if he's just a few doors down. Spirit, ghost, ha! Tommy! Brian, what do you think?
Either Tony Stark or Logan's Run, whoever has the glowing hand there.
Oh, okay.
Logan's Run.
Alright, so this game, Super Mario Brothers, I love this game.
I know where this is
And
going.
evidently, I should hate the movie. I don't. It's not great.
I actually
but
like
I
that
don't
movie.
hate it.
I recently tried rewatching it because I bought the video on demand of Riff Tracks. And even with the jokes, it was still like, oh my god, what the hell is this? You know what I find works better, though, is if you consider Land of the Dead as an unofficial sequel to Super Mario Brothers. Koopa has taken over, this dark magic has turned everyone into zombies, Mario's dead, Luigi's a bounty hunter now. It really makes Land of the Dead a much better film if you think of it as a Super Mario sequel.
Okay, well, what did you enjoy about the movie?
I don't know. It's just. I guess I saw it.
I can't name anything.
So maybe nostalgia, like the Star Wars prequels for her, but there was nothing I really hated about it. Like the Goombas were weird, but they were still stupid, and I was like, "This is stupid with your long guy." So I was like, "Cool, they're stupid."
That movie is so inexplicable.
Yeah.
Just nonsensical. I love it. Like, I'm just like, who the hell greenlit any of this? Two directors said.
And like 4 writers.
And like 4 writers, I'm like this, and I have similar like, to some degree I can also do Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat Annihilation because it's so off the wall, batshit crazy that just like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I actually enjoy watching more than Mortal Kombat because it is so bad. It's just hilarious. Like, I watch it as a comedy and I'm like, this is great. Whereas the first Mortal Kombat, again, like PG-13, the one thing I never want to see in a Mortal Kombat movie. Like, to me, it's just like, nah, that's alright. But the sequel, hilarious.
So, but you like the movie as like, you legitimately enjoy it just because you think it's a fun movie. So.
Well, then you're out of your mind. Never mind.
No, but I heard
I thought there were scenes that were funny, like the elevator scene where they're just dancing around. I thought that was stupid, pointless, but I laughed.
You like it because you just see it as like something just really lighthearted, really silly. You don't want to take it seriously at all. That's pretty much how you do it. Okay, no, fair enough. I can definitely understand that. Let's see. Falcon, why don't you pick it over there?
Let's see.
If you ever need the mic, just
Yeah, I'll ask. Ed.
Okay.
Thor
was an awesome movie.
Sam.
I like Thor better than Captain America.
Yes,
I am sitting down.
I mean, at least Thor was interesting.
Yeah. Now, what did you like about Thor? Guys, what did you like about Thor?
Well, it pretty much told the best introductory Thor movie I could have thought of. I mean, yeah, the second act pretty much has it depowered and on Earth and whatever, and it's basically some sort of hokey comedy, but the comedy is funny, and also, how else are you going to get him on Earth and actually have him face problems when he's friggin' Thor and has all these god powers?
I sort of have a similar thought. I like that movie. I don't love it, but again, I'm telling myself, like, this is a hard comic to adapt. I mean, because like you say, it's a friggin' god, and it's hard to take any of that seriously. And I thought for what they had to do, I mean, I wasn't a fan of stuff on Earth, but it's like, I liked him, and I thought for as grand and big they could make it, in the first half at least, I enjoyed it.
Also, the movie just looks beautiful.
It does. I love it.
It's a gorgeous movie, and I like it best when it's doing that. My issue with Thor is like, the second he lands there and it's him palling around with Natalie Portman and Kat Dennings, I'm like, done. Fast forward. Get back.
I like those characters. I mean,
What I thought worked best in Thor was the family dynamics. You really felt like Odin, Thor, and Loki were a family, and they were brothers.
That's true. That's
This is their father. They were having such hard times relating to him and relating to each other.
See, I completely agree. That part of the movie I loved. And then there's this other half where they're running around the desert. I'm like, what the hell is this?
but yeah, so there's definitely stuff. I kind of agree. I think that movie gets more of a hard time than it deserves.
I mean, yeah, because the first act has plenty of good action and good character development, and then the second act is more just calm, slowing down, and then at the end of the second act they fight the Destroyer, which is good, and then at the third act, then the action picks back up again, and ultimately it's a satisfying action movie to me. It's not the best Marvel Phase 1 movie, but it's up there in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Like I said, I enjoy it. I actually do like it.
I don't think Thor's a terrible movie. I think people want to say it's a terrible movie, like it's kind of that's kind of hyperbole, but it is kind of meh.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like I enjoy it, I did enjoy it, but I can see why other people might not.
Yeah,
I
no, it
get
totally
it.
makes sense. I got you. So awesome. Well, thanks so much, man.
No problem.
I think I got next one here. Let's do the young lady with the purple and black straight through.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for standing up. It's just I'm a short person.
That's okay.
I have a bunch of tall people.
How dare you?
Sit down.
I'm not speaking on behalf of myself strictly, but on behalf of my family. And I'm regarding to one, Twister. I know it's a stupid pop.
Love Twister.
But we love it.
That movie's awesome. I love that movie.
Whenever there's a storm going on and
Mom, we gotta go. We got cows.
Hush. Stay a little longer. I've actually been on a regular one.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And second, my dad is probably the only human being I know of who's a big fan of Robin Williams' Popeye movie.
Hey, I like that movie.
Actually, Doug loves that movie.
No, I don't love it. but I actually do like
No,
it.
you built an altar to it in your room.
Stockholm, I like that. No, with Twister, I can't get into it, but I understand what other people can. Rob really likes it.
I love it so much that whenever there's a storm coming in and Doug and I are together, I will like turn to him and be like, "It's coming! It's heading straight for us!"
And I always go, "It's already here. It's already." Yeah, like, oh, let's go.
Aunt Meg.
Here's the thing, it's a bad movie, but it is like the quintessential guilty pleasure because it's just so silly.
And with the Popeye one, I did see that as a kid, so I do have the nostalgia goggles on that one. But at the same time, it's one of those where it's like, A, what did anyone expect? B, there is something for how laid back it is that I just kind of, I don't know, it seems like if you just kind of got nothing to do and it's like, yeah, just gonna take a nap or something, put on Popeye or something. It's like, it's a very laid back movie. I know it's not like, hey, you want to fall asleep, put on this movie, but it's like a relaxing movie to me. So, but I know I'm kind of like, there's not many that think that either. So, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that too. Let's see, who's in it? Rob, who's you picking?
Let's see.
Do someone over there, we got it.
The two holding hands.
We both have to say it at the same time.
Yeah.
What an erotic display of girl-on-girl handling.
So as much
you did like.
I'm regretting picking you two now.
It was a difficult. It was an autobiography, not a traditional fantasy like he normally does.
But what did you like about it?
Well, the things that were cool about it were never elaborated on, like the nightmare in the beginning with the weird-looking torpedoes with the creatures on them. Never seen again. The weird dream guy, didn't really know much about him. Yeah. And there wasn't a whole lot of like character development. I feel like by the end of the movie, I had no idea what the characters were. I felt there was elaborate commentary on what this creator was actually doing with his machines. It was very standoffish and almost too non-judgmental for me. And I felt that was a disservice to what this person had done within the war. I also did not like how that the female character was treated because Miyazaki has such great female characters. And for his last major film, this female character, I was just like, no, why are you so bland and helpful and just bored? I did like the creepy German guy though.
Oh god, yeah, that's weird.
Okay, three things. First, my dirty little secret is it's not my favorite Miyazaki film either. It's like probably lower on the tier of I didn't hate it, it's alright. Regarding the female character, if there's one person on the planet who gets a pass on having a strong female character for once, it's Miyazaki. I mean, almost all of his films have. So, listen, he doesn't want to do one where he wants to focus on someone else. And fair enough. The commentary thing, I see that all the time. Like, the only thing I'll say about that is, this is a guy that, if you know his work, you know he's a pacifist. Almost every film he's done has pacifistic leanings towards it. And I felt that the commentary was there when you see in the dreams the plane shattered on the ground, you know, and the fact that, to me, the commentary is almost inbuilt. Like, this guy just so wanted to make pretty things that he just did not see what was going on around him. And the dreams, which become nightmares within that, reflect that. So it really didn't bother me. Then again, I'm not Korean, I'm not Chinese, I haven't suffered personally at the hands of Japanese aggression, so, you know, people over there in East Asia, you know, may have a different view and be like, oh, well, that's nice. That's, you know, somebody brought up a commentary that it'd be like making a film about somebody who made, like, U-boats and just glossing over all of it, you know, and I'm like, I get that, but it didn't bother me personally. So, I know he's a pass.
I think too with the female character you were talking about, because I felt a little bit of the same thing. In the only thing, well, especially the romance, which seemed very Disney-ish. You know, so sort of like Little Mermaid, Cinderella-ish. Like these two kind of just met, didn't they? Well, they know about each other. And again, not knowing the culture, I couldn't comment that much, or the time period.
Here's the dirty little secret about Miyazaki. He doesn't really know how to do romance. Like, if you watch most of his films, romance has never been his thing. It's always puppy love. It's like two kids, and, you know, it's cute, it's darling, and this and that, but, you know, you'd have to go to other Japanese directors who are like, I want a really solid anime romance, or other directors within Studio Ghibli. So, I mean...
So, but I definitely, and I've heard those complaints before, too. And I think it does make sense, especially being an autobiography. I can see how someone can be like, you know, dude, why are you making this more like a fairy tale at times, you know? So no, I think it totally makes sense. Since Malcolm's not here, I'll do the next one. Let's do 3D glasses. God damn it! I thought you got glasses. All right.
This is Orlando from last year all over again.
Sorry, Brad was trying so much, I thought you'd get it.
Yeah, blame me.
I will. How do you think it next time for this case? Oh, I like Cable Guy.
I like Cable Guy too.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people, like, Land We Cannot people hate it, and it was like, man, this is way too dark and way too mean and stuff. Yeah, here's the thing, too. Like, if there's someone who doesn't like Cable Guy, it's usually because they haven't known somebody like that guy, and I have.
A lot of people have known somebody like that guy, and they can empathize with it.
Yeah, and there's always something about the person that's a little too clingy, just won't leave, and that's fun to sort of fantasize. What if they just kept going? You know, and going, everything you sort of thought about them, like, was kind of true.
The social satire about the trial, the Menendez OJ-style trial that was going on at the time with Ben Stiller was just hilarious.
Yeah, so is that kind of similar? Is that what you like about it? Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I think the movie gets a little bit too much of a bum rap, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's getting a fan base more and more. So, no, I definitely hear it. Brian, pick the next one.
Okay, Black Hat.
Me?
Yep.
Alright, so
I like Monsters University.
Stand up and be proud.
If ever there was a Pixar film that didn't need a prequel.
What'd you like about it?
Well, I bet they hated each other when they first met. I really want to see that story.
All right, you know, me and my family really love Monsters Inc. I really like Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski, and I thought Sully was good too, John Goodman. And this movie, I really like the characters, so this prequel I thought was pretty entertaining. You know, what do they go through
Okay,
during their young years?
Did you two see it? I didn't see it.
I've seen it.
I saw it.
I saw it.
I really didn't like it personally, but I can see how someone can see it. And it's like, if you like characters enough and you really enjoy them, you just want to see as much with them. Honestly, I sort of have the same feeling with The Hobbit. It's like, I just like Middle Earth so much that it's like, I'll take all the longer scenes because I just like Middle Earth and I like seeing it. So it kind of sounds like a similar thing where it's like you just like these characters and it's like you want to just be in a room with them, hear them chat, hear them get into trouble, and you just like seeing what they're up to and what they're doing. So that totally makes sense.
You know, Pixar, ever since Cars 2, has had this new policy of every year we're going to do an original film, every year we're going to do a sequel or prequel to one of our existing properties, and it's such an obvious cash grab. And it really lowered my respect for Pixar, and I love most of the original films. And I love the Toy Story sequels, but some films are just one-offs.
Cars 3.
Monsters University, it's fine. It's an okay film. It's not terrible, but there's just nothing there that I needed to see that expands or makes me, you know, there was nothing there that really makes Monsters Inc. a better story that I needed to see in Monsters University. I like the library scene, but honestly, it's just there to make Pixar money.
I think this brings up an interesting point, though. I'm not sure if we talked about movies that everyone else likes, but that we don't like. Because in this case, like, I didn't see Monsters University because I'm one of the a-holes that didn't like Monsters Inc. to begin with. And I get such flack for that, and everybody's like, how dare you, that American movie classic? I'm like,
in Rob's defense, he doesn't have a soul.
I'm gonna say it, and I'm going to hide under the table, but it's Baby's Day Out, CGI. Like, it's Baby's Day Out with monsters, and I didn't like it.
But getting to getting back to the Monsters U thing, I can actually, even though I didn't like the movie, I can think of something else actually I thought was very strong.
Welcome back, Malcolm.
I can think of something that was very strong in that movie. That was the ending. I thought it had a very strong ending that you don't see in a lot of
Do they graduate?
No,
No, they flunk out and get a job at Monsters Inc. And then work their way up from the middle. That's not a strong ending. It's a necessary ending.
Okay, okay. Since we spoiled it, then I like that ending because it shows you do not always have to take the traditional path, and you don't always have to take the path that if you don't have this diploma, if you don't have this, you can't go.
If you're a CGI monster, you'll be fine. I
like that message. I like that you can try something, you can fail, but you can find another path.
Believe me, there are
thought
worse
something
things than spoiling Monsters University.
but yeah, so I do like the ending of that. I can definitely see that. So awesome. Malcolm, since you were gone, which Pixar?
Okay. Let's see. There's a broom.
there's a broom.
Did you bring that from home? No, we found it.
We found it in a park.
Somewhere someone's missing a broom.
Did you steal it from the janitor?
No, we found it just walking, sitting in the middle. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but I kind of like the room.
Now, in what way? Why do you like the room?
Ironically or unironically?
I guess it would be kind of ironic because Tommy Wiseau is terrible.
Okay, you like it the same way.
Yeah, we all like it
actually for that reason. No, the room has got, and this is some, I'm sure you guys will kind of know too. You can like something that is so bad it's good. You can enjoy something that's like you just can't. You can like something that's just so weird and strange and bad that it just makes you laugh. You just enjoy it. And so many people, I think, that didn't know that was possible see the room and are believers that you can do that. That is one of the great things about it.
in you, Tommy.
You're tearing me apart, movies you everybody disagrees with you panel.
I like how you made him Russian. I thought that was kind of shocking. Nobody knows what he is. That's what's yeah. So no, you are definitely not alone. You don't even need to explain the rest. It's like we get it. Like everybody gets it. You're definitely not alone, Alex. So let's see. I guess we'll go back to that. Yeah. So let's go. Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this based on a movie I know you wouldn't watch it, and I know I'm gonna get a reaction for this.
What's that?
How much time do I have to talk about it?
2 hours.
Don't tell him that.
Here's the thing. I generally like Blue Sky Studios Rio 2.
I never saw it. Was it anything?
I'm guessing you would not.
Applaud if you liked it.
Okay.
You're alone, buddy.
Well, in this room, at least. But now, what'd you like about it?
Well, the first one, I generally liked it. I know that a lot of people generally liked the first one, so I figured, I'll just see how stupid they make the sequel. I'm surprised that it was as likable as it was.
Now, what did you like about it, though?
Well, what I liked was, maybe I just like seeing these characters. I like seeing them talk to each other. I like seeing them do other things. The kid characters, they're not interesting, but they're not annoying either. They're kind of just there, and I'm fine with that. I really liked the return of the villain and his sidekick, and it's a female poison frog, and there's this running joke where she thinks she's going to kill someone if she touches someone, and I'm not going to give away the ending. It's actually a pretty funny joke.
Okay, no, fair enough for not giving that away. But yeah, no, it's kind of like you were saying with Monsters U, that there are some characters where you like them so much, you can sit through them, just sort of doing anything as long as it's these characters doing the things that you like seeing the characters do, and that's totally understandable. Yeah, again, there's just always going to be, and me, I'm a big character guy. I like character more than story. I mean, you should have both, but if I had to choose, I would choose character. So I think that definitely makes sense. And yeah, if you like that, if you like seeing the characters back, even though it's not the best story or whatever, it's like totally enjoy it, man. No, definitely. Let's see, Rob.
Weird spinny green hat thing over there.
Oh,
you don't like
that
Benny the Totoro? Oh my god. Okay, so my other dirty little secret, that's also low on my Miyazaki list. I'm not a huge Totoro fan.
Now, hold on. Now, what did you enjoy that much about it? Okay. But it's hard to hear. Go ahead.
The movie stops.
Yeah. No, actually, that is a big fault I have with that movie too. So is it just the ending, or is there anything else in the movie? Yeah, mostly the ending. Okay.
I find Totoro very cute. It's also very boring. I have trouble with it. It's not a horrible film, but it's definitely, it's like, what's your favorite Miyazaki film? So many people say Totoro, and I'm like, that's close to the bottom of the list, on my list, but.
Yeah, and I think that, kind of for a while, I don't know if it's like an anime or a Japanese thing or something like that, but there's a few movies for a long time, like I think like the Cowboy Bebop movie, and then Whispers of the Heart, and They Return. A lot of these films, they do just sort of stop, and it's like,
they're like a slice of life, and they're kind of ambiguous, which can work. There are many animes that end like that, and I'm totally fine with that, but Totoro was one of those where I feel like, no, it just stopped. All of a sudden it's like, we're going, and we run out of money. Yeah, that's where I was, and it works. And then a lot of things I enjoy. Totoro was one of those where I was like, no, this was too abrupt. There wasn't enough going on in the movie to just be like, they just stopped.